Hey beauties, welcome to today's video. For those of you that are new here, hi, I'm Amanda, but my friends call me Min. And if you're not new here, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. I think the last time I sat in front of this camera and filmed something, like really filmed something, was the end of October of 2022, and I was reviewing Ziza Cosmetics. I will show you that video right here. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's been a long time. We'll dive into that a little bit later on, but I want to start 2024 off right. And one of my goals was to get back doing this because I missed it so much. And how we're gonna do that is by decluttering the collection that I have accumulated that I just, I don't need as much makeup and skincare that I have. I want to make some room in my drawers. I have moved. I'm in a different space now. As you can see, it kind of looks different behind me. I'm still figuring out where I want to film, how I want to film, what I want my back space to be. For now, I don't have anything. It's just my counter. I did move to a different town. A lot has changed in my life in the past year, and I'm so happy to be back. I don't want to ramble on too much in the intro, so what we're gonna be doing today is going through all of my stuff. I might break this down into a couple different videos. We'll see how long it is and how much I declutter. I don't know. I'm just gonna start going through my stuff, starting from skincare, but going forward into filming this year, I want to do it a little different than I did it in the past. Since everything else in my world is fresh and new, I figured why not do it with Min's Beauty as well. So here we are. Sorry for the awkward little intro, it's been a while. Anyways, so let's get into the video. As you can see, we're starting off with skincare. Alright, so how much skincare does one face really need? We're going to start off with the Wishful Honey Balm. This is the Jelly Moisturizer. This is the Huda Beauty brand. I haven't used this in quite some time. Oh yes. It has got like that beautiful pearlescent color to it. I don't know how to describe it, but I really do like this. I forgot how much I like this. It is super moisturizing. It leaves a beautiful luminosity to the skin. So I'm going to keep this. So both of these from Glow Recipe I will be keeping. We have the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum as well as the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I love Glow Recipe. I'm keeping both of those. Both of these I know that I'm keeping. They are from Sunday Riley. We have the Good Genes All-in-One Lactic Acid Treatment, as well as the UFO Acne Treatment Face Oil. I love this when I am on the verge of like breakouts and things like that. Let's see, I have a bunch of these. The Elemis Superfood Fruit Vinegar Liquid Glow. I think I'm going to put this off to the get rid of side. Okay, out of these, let's see, I'm keeping the 111 Skin Antioxidant Energizing Essence Toner. Oh, I really do like the Truffle Therapy Toner too. I think I'm going to move the Murad Hydrating Toner to this side. Dr. Brandt Oxygen Facial Flash Recovery Mask I'm gonna keep. I have this from Comper. It's the HA Essence Face Oil. I never really went back to keep using it, so let's let someone else use that. From Versed, we have the Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream. I'm going to put this off to this side. Dr. Brandt Eye Cream I'm gonna be keeping. Okay, I have two of these. The QMS Lip Line Corrector. This is a lip serum. I'm keeping both of these. I have one that's almost empty and then the other one is full. This stuff is amazing. I love it, especially Like, my lips need it right now. This, know what this brand is. I love this little bottle though. It's a Fig Renewal face oil. I'm gonna keep that because I have not tried it. We got some more from Versed. This is the Just Breathe Clarifying Serum. So because I have the Sunday Riley one, I'm going to pass along the one from Versed. I have a few things from Your Skincare, and I have more of their products in my actual makeup collection that you'll see later on. We have the night cream and just the regular face serum. I think I'm going to hold on to the night cream because I don't have a lot of night creams, but I think I'm gonna pass that one off to the side. Here we have from Grown Alchemist. This is the Age Repair Gel Mask. Definitely keeping this. If you guys don't know, I am pushing 40, so age repair is exactly what I need. This from Pixie Beauty, the Skin Treats Botanical Collagen Eye Serum. This is a really nice alternative to the Dr. Brandt one, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Oh, here we have a hydrating lip balm. That's in the wrong section. That should be with lips. From Glow Recipe, we have the Avocado Melt Retinol Sleeping Mask. Okay, so I do have another sleep mask, which I still have a ton in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the one from Glow Recipe, and I'm going to pass along the Your one. From Tatcha, we have the Dewy Skin Cream. This stuff is so nice. And it smells amazing. I really do need to grab for this more. And last but not least, we have from Winky Lux. This is the Dream Gelée Moisturizing Face Gel. This is another really good moisturizing face cream. I'm going to hold on to that because I absolutely love the packaging it is in. It's just so beautiful. All right, so to recap, this is what I'm keeping, and this is what I'm passing along. So not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 skincare things are leaving my collection. While I was putting my skincare out of the way, I also came across my old Pixie Beauty. This is the Glow Tonic in the giant bottle that Pixie Beauty did send me. It does have my name on it. It is Amanda's Glow Tonic. I will be keeping this. I love this Glow Tonic. I'm like up to here in there, so I have used almost all of it. It is so amazing. I'm gonna be sad when I run out, but yeah, thanks Pixie Beauty for sending that because I'm still loving it. All right, here we have powders and primers. This one might be a tough one because I really do enjoy primers and powders. As you can see, I've got a few. So let's start with this section, the primer section. This is it's probably a newer, not the newest release, but it's a newer release from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is the Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I have been loving this. I'm keeping that. I'm also going to keep the Touch in Soul No Pore Bloom Primer. This is amazing. This is kind of like a hybrid between a skincare and a primer. It's from Kors. It is the Poreless Skin Cream. Loving this. I'm almost out of the Becca Skin Love Brightening and Blur Primer. And then I also have these from Becca. I am keeping both, like all of these. Becca has closed down, so you can no longer get these. This was such an amazing primer. And then for the under eyes, I have a tiny bit left in this one, which I don't even think this one's good anymore. I should probably just toss it. Yeah, that feels totally dried out. So I'm just gonna toss that right down there in the bin. But this one is still good, and this is the Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. If you've watched older videos of mine, you'll know that this is such an amazing under eye primer, and I still have not found a replacement for it. So when this goes, I don't know. Couple more from e.l.f. I'm keeping both of these. We have the Power Grip Primer, which is a total dupe for the gripping primer from Melt Makeup. Keeping that. And the Cookies and Dreams Putty Primer. The Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 I'm going to pass along. As well as the Ciate Dewy Skin Vitamin C Glass Glow Primer. It was really nice. I don't ever grab for it. It's not a primer that I use often. It does give you a beautiful finish. It gives you such a nice glow to the skin. I just don't ever grab for it, so someone might as well use it before it just goes bad. This is a newer one that was sent to me from Your Cosmetics, Your Skincare. This is their Velvet Veil. It is paraben-free, gluten-free, and vegan. This is a beautiful primer. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it does have like these beautiful, sparkly... It doesn't look like glitter on the skin, but it gives you such a beautiful glow. Keeping that because I do want to test it out more. Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Primer. I'm going to keep using that. This is newer to my collection, the NYX Plump Right Back. It's got electrolytes in it. I haven't used this one too much, so I'm definitely going to keep that and continue to use it, see if I like it. From She Glam, which is the Sheen brand. Okay, look at how much of this I have used. This is such an amazing primer. It makes you look like you have a filter on, and for the price point, and look at the packaging. It's gorgeous. From Dominique Cosmetics, we have the Blur and Moisture. I'm going to push this along because I don't ever use it. Beauty Blender, the Leveler. This is the Pore Minimizing Primer. I'm going to hold on to that. Oh, and this one I am almost out of, by Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Skin to Die For No Filter Mattifying Primer and Complexion Perfector. Whew, that is a mouthful. I'm almost out of this, so we know that I'm going to keep this and use it until I cannot get any more. From Jane Iredale, we have the Brightening Face Primer. This is just a little guy. I'm going to pass this along. Jumping out of my hands. Tula Skincare, the Brighten Up Smoothing Primer Gel. Oh, that is such a nice velvety consistency. I even forgot I had this in my collection. I'm going to use this. I'm going to leave it out on my desk. I'm going to use it and see if I like it before I declutter that, because I don't even know if I like it. Coming up to the end here from Smashbox, we have the 8-in-1 Primer Essence. This is just a little guy. It is really nice. I'm going to finish using it. And of course, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. We're keeping that little guy. I don't know why this is in my primers. It's the Vita Liberata Luxury Tan Body Blur Instant HD Skin Finish 24-hour wear. I think I was wearing this on my legs in the summertime when I'm nice and tanned. I would put this on my legs and it would just make them look amazing. So I'm going to keep this. Whew, okay, so I didn't really get rid of too much in the primer section. This is what I'm keeping out of primers. And I'm getting rid of 4. Now we have powders. So this one already I know I'm going to either bring to work and use on the darker skin girls. Actually, I think that's what I'll do. Because this is so dark, like I haven't even taken the plastic off of this yet. I don't even know why I have this. I think I just had it in my collection because I am a makeup artist. I'm gonna bring that to work, leave it there. I don't need it here. Fenty Beauty. This is in the lilac shade. This is one that I think is going to be a dupe for this Becca Cosmetics, the under eye brightening setting powder, which when it's out, I can't replace. I've gone through so many of these. So I'm keeping that one, and I'm keeping this one because I do want to compare. From Rare Beauty, we have this little set. It's got the blotting sheets as well as the powder puff. I'm going to pass this along. By Terry. I love this quad, keeping these powders. As well as this little powder from By Terry as well. This one's just translucent. So Laura Mercier, I've got two. This one looks like it's pretty much empty. There's a little bit left. One of the kids will probably finish that up. I'm going to keep my new Laura Mercier. I keep repurchasing this powder because it is amazing. From Urban Decay, this is empty. We're going to toss that. Not sure why it's in there. Kosas, this is the Airy Cloud Set powder. This is amazing. It does remind me of the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless Finish. I'm going to keep both of these. This one, you can see I'm almost out of the Charlotte Tilbury one. And when I can't use that anymore, I'm going to be using this one. Urban Decay All Nighter. Ooh, no. All right, this one I'm just going to throw in the garbage. It's empty and I have just a tiny bit of crumbs left. Such an amazing powder though. This is one I'm going to repurchase and put back into my collection. Kat Von D. I know this is like the powder foundation, but I do use it to set some of my lighter coverage foundations when I want just that extra bit of coverage. So I'm going to keep that. The e.l.f. Camo Foundation I was using for the same reasons, but mine shattered and I don't really feel like trying to repress it. I'm going to toss this. From Too Faced, we have the Born This Way setting powder. This is a really nice one, keeping that. From Rare Beauty. So this is one that I don't know. It's nice, but I really don't grab for it all that often, so I'm going to let someone else enjoy it. And then from Your, I was going to try to peel that sticker off, but it's just going to leave a horrible mess everywhere. So from Your, this is the Invisible Matte Finishing Powder. I'm going to pass this along. They did send it to me. I'm not a huge fan. It seems to be like very drying on the skin. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, so I'm going to pass it along. Huda Beauty, I am keeping my baking powder. This is in the shade Pound Cake. Love this stuff. From Item Beauty, this is just like their In the Clear Blot, Brighten, and Blur powder. Comes in a little thing like that, and your powder comes out. This is so handy to just throw in your purse. Keeping this. Last but not least, we do still have some left. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I used to love this. Not as a setting powder, but as a finishing powder. Once your makeup is all done and you go over your face with a fluffy brush and this, it just looks beautiful. I am going to keep this and finish using it. I don't have too much left in there. I don't know if you can see, it's almost empty. So I might as well finish using it. All right, I didn't do too bad on the powders. We are keeping these right here. And I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's take a break from the declutter just for a little minute here. I do want to touch base. I know previously when I was still filming regularly, I did talk to you guys a little bit about some different issues that I'd had going on in my world. Well, my entire world blew up, which is why I took a break for the past year. First of all, I went through a separation. I'm going through a separation, went through a separation. Divorce. That's a word I didn't think I was gonna say before I was 40, but here we are. It was probably the best decision I could have made. Divorce. That was a word that was hard to swallow for a while. I'm okay with it now. I feel good. Since then, I have moved to a different town, gotten a different job. Life is good. Life feels good. I feel amazing. I'm not walking on eggshells anymore. I can breathe. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, I just want to touch base, let you know why I've been gone. Let's get back to the next category, which is setting spray. The ones I know I am keeping is the Charlotte Tilbury, as well as the Hourglass. This one, this is the Glow Makeup Fixer. I'm oily, and this just kind of leaves me a little too oily, so I'm going to put that off to the side. Because I have the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist, this is Hydrate and Glow, I don't need to keep this glowy one, because I have this glowy one. Morphe, this is almost empty. Okay, out of these Morphe ones, ooh, there's still a little bit left in that, and this, you know what, I'm going to let my kids finish all of these Morphe ones off because I just don't ever grab for them. Tulip Dew Mist. Actually, I'm going to keep this Morphe one, and I'm going to get rid of this Dewy Mist. This is almost empty from Gerard Cosmetics. I'm going to finish using that. The Professional is almost gone. That Beauty Makeup Magnet Mist, I love using this on my brush with like the shimmery, glittery eyeshadows. Skin & Co. This is the Truffle Therapy I'm going to keep. Okay, so in my Urban Decay All-Nighter bottle, I do have the Smashbox setting spray because the sprayer stopped working. So that's what's inside of this. I'm going to keep that. The Hydro Grip, still my favorite setting spray. It's empty. I'm going to toss the bottle and repurchase this. This one from Milani, the Fruit Fetish. This is also empty, but amazing. And then from Mario Badescu, I love his face mists. They're amazing. Okay, so I'm going to keep these, and I'm going to get rid of these. Next up, we have bronzers. I don't know if I'm gonna really get rid of too much here, because I did, before I moved, decluttered some stuff. Definitely keeping the Marc Jacobs Tantric. I love this bronzer. It's beautiful. But then I also have this one from Marc Jacobs. I don't ever use this highlighter, but I should. I don't know. I'm going to hold on to both of the Marc Jacobs ones. From Too Faced, I think I'm finally going to pass along the Snow Bunny bronzer. I was keeping this in my collection just because it's Too Faced, it's OG, like this came out so many years ago, but I just don't ever use it. Someone else might as well use it. Same with the Milk Makeup, like once you warm it up and get it going, I don't know, someone else can use it. Because I have the Rare Beauty, and this is such a beautiful formula. It blends into the skin and just, it's amazing. So I'm keeping that one. Also keeping my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer contour liquid. From Physicians Formula, we have the Butter Cookie bronzer. I wanted to like this. It's too light for me. It doesn't show up, so I'm gonna pass that along. From Wet n Wild, I'm gonna keep this LYS in the shade No Limits. This is the matte bronzer. I'm gonna hold on to that for a while. This one from Hourglass. I love this formula so much, but it's just far too light for me. Like, I could almost use it as a highlighter. I hate to get rid of anything Hourglass because it's so expensive, But I mean, realistically, I'm not using it. Someone might as well use it and love it. Anastasia, I'm keeping. We got a couple more from Too Faced, a few more actually. The Sweetie Pie is one of my go-tos. Love this bronzer. Also, I have been re-dipping into the old school chocolate gold bronzer, and I have been loving it. So I'm keeping that. Also keeping the hot cocoa bronzer. It's so cute. This is another one that is pretty light on me, but we're in the winter months right now. I mean, it's January, so my tan is gone. I need something. This is gonna be it. From Ziza, this is the Peony Contour. So this packaging is just like outrageous. Gorgeous. So this is more of like a cooler tone, like a true contour, not a bronzer. Oh, it still feels like really, really creamy. I'm gonna hold on to it. Buxom. This one's getting pretty old, but it still feels nice. So I'm gonna hold on to that one as well. Bahama Mama, I'm gonna keep, as well as my Viseart. I used this one today and remembered why I keep holding on to it. Fenty Beauty. I'm going to pass this. It's just not the right shade for me. It's far too light. The e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour. I still do want to compare this to the Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm gonna hold on to that. And then we have the Charlotte Tilbury palette one. What is this called? The Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. Holding on to that. And last but not least, the Tarte C. This has the bronzer and 2 blushes in it. I am keeping this because it's just gorgeous. So I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that hourglass in my hand to go. That makes me sad, but someone else might as well love it. All right, we are on to blushes. So in blushes, I have also included, I did get rid of a lot of my face palettes, but a lot of these have blush and bronzer in them, so we're gonna include them into the blush part of this. Let's dive in. Jaclyn Hill. I know I'm keeping this. This is just a beautiful coral toned, what shade is this? Love Language Luminous Rouge. It is a bright, luminous coral shade. Absolutely love it. I'm keeping that. 2 from Hourglass. We have the Diffused Heat and Incandescent Electra. This one is pretty light, but it will work for me in the winter months. Whereas Diffused Heat has a bit more color to it, which is more, you know, I've got that olive skin tone where really fair things just don't work. I'm gonna keep both of these. Right away, I know, we all know I'm keeping the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. I've hit pan on it. I have been using this bad boy for years. Absolutely love it. It is beautiful. It's not really showing up on my hand right there, but when it's on the cheek, it's amazing. This one from Makeup Studio. It is really, really pretty. I probably should use this one more. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it's just got too much of a glitter in it for me. I don't know if you guys can see on camera. This top one is the one that I just swatched. It has like a gold fleck of a glitter that I don't know if I really love. So I'm going to set that one to the side. This one by Pacifica, I'm going to pass along. It has 2 different colors. It is really pretty, but I don't reach for it. I used to have 3 of these by Pixie Beauty. I think I did already declutter the very light pale pink one. This one, I've never used this like rubyish red one. I'm going to pass that along. I am, however, going to keep this one. Oh, what shade is this? Juicy? Oh my goodness. If you like orange, like a true orange coral blush, this is where you go. Keeping that. From Laura Geller, I'm keeping this. This is the Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. Gorgeous. From Ofra in My Thai, I'm keeping this one. With my skin tone, the more coral orange base blushes just work for me. So, keeping that. This is probably one of the very first Anastasia Beverly Hills products I ever bought. It is the Blush Trio in Pool Party. I just used this again today for the first time in probably like a year. And these two shades on either end I absolutely love. This pink one I really don't use that often. But when I do want a pink blush, I have it in this trio. So I'm going to keep this, as well as my By Terry Brightening CC palette. This is in number 2 Beach Balm. These blush shades are beautiful. This is not going anywhere, and I mean, come on, look at that packaging. MAC in Ambering Rose. This has been with me since the beginning. I really have not used it much over the years. And I don't know why. It is really pretty. I might keep it just to see if I will use it or not. If I keep it and I continue to not use it, then I will declutter it. But for now, I'm going to hold on to it. Laura Mercier in Grapefruit. This one's pretty intense, not going to lie. But again, it is like that. Oh, that's not even coral. That is like straight up pink, red. I think I'm going to put that to that side, the get rid of side. From Milani, these blushes that they have are really, really pretty. But again, I just don't ever go for it. It looks so pretty. Look how red that one is. I might hold on to that. I don't ever grab for it. We'll put that to a maybe pile up there. This one, Baked Powder Blush in 02 from Milani, is really pretty. It has like the perfect amount of luminosity to it. That's not going anywhere. Absolutely love it, and it's so affordable. From Buxom, this is one of their primer infused blushes. This is in the shade Wonderlust. See, blushes and highlighters is where it gets me. See, this one has a lot of sparkle in it as well. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but it's got that reflect in it, like that sparkle reflect in it. And I don't use it often. I don't use it often, but I don't know if I'm quite ready to get rid of it. So I'm going to hold on to it. Okay, no, I've decided, because these two blushes, I mean, look at the colors of these. They're pretty much spot on. The Milani one doesn't have the reflect in it that the Buxom one has, but they're so similar, and I very rarely grab for either one of these. So I'm going to pass the Milani one along. I'm going to keep the Buxom. From CoverGirl, this is the True Blend Blush in the shade, what do we have here? I don't even know. Yeah, again, it's very similar to the Buxom one, so I'm going to pass that along. Ofra Cosmetics, this is the Madison Miller blush, and All You Need Is Love, and this shade is one of my favorite coral blushes. It's beautiful. Okay, I think we're getting down to cream blushes now. Oh, we've got Orgasm from NARS, which, I mean, we all know. This is in OG pink with gold reflect, but it doesn't even show up on me. I mean, I could use that as a highlighter. I'm going to finally pass that one along. I've been packing it for so long. If you do have a lighter skin tone than me, that will probably work wonders for you, but just, it's not my thing. Natasha Denona. This is the Cupid Cheek Duo Cream Blush and Highlighter. It has a powder highlighter and a cream blush. And this cream blush, it totally gives me the Orgasm by NARS vibe, but in a cream formula. So I'm going to keep that. Melt Cosmetics in Sandy Cheeks. This one is like a more orange toned cream blush. It is so creamy and just, it feels like butter. And look at that. It is like orange. I do not have any other blush in my collection that is this color, so I'm not getting rid of this. The Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm Blush Wand is staying. From Rare Beauty, we have the liquid blush in the shade Joy. Seriously, one little dab of this is all you need for your face. Keeping that. Also from Rare Beauty, this is the Nearly Neutral. This is more of like a mauve-y kind of holding on to that. From Tarte, we have the the Breezy in Peach Sunset. I'm going to hold on to. From Morphe, I think I'm going to keep most of these that we have left. It's just cream products, especially in the winter time, are amazing. Dominique Cosmetics, this has seen quite a bit of love. You can see quite the indent there. Holding on to that. e.l.f. Putty Blush. I don't even know what shade this is in because it doesn't say. It's another really pretty one. I think it's very similar to Dominique Cosmetics. Let's see. Yes. So those two shades are like damn near spot on. So I'm going to keep Dominique Cosmetics. I'm going to pass along the one from e.l.f. Don't get me wrong, the e.l.f. formula is amazing. I have more of a dip in this one than I do in this one. So I'm going to let someone else enjoy this because looking at the product, I've been using this one more than this one. So Fenty Beauty, we have a True Orange. And this is one, I use it on Halloween time. It does have a lot of like a gold sparkle reflect in it. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera unless I swatch it like that. It is really beautiful. It blends out really nicely. I mean, it looked pretty intense when I just put it on there, but when you blend it out, I don't know. I do want to try more like true orange blushes, so I'm going to hold on to that. And then we got two more. This one is from Milani. It is the liquid blush in Cheeky Coral. We already know I'm going to be keeping this because it's a coral shade and this one's more matte. Most of the coral shades that I have that gold reflect in it, whereas this one doesn't. I'm going to keep that. And last but not least, from She Glam, this is the Sheen makeup brand, we have Risky Business. This is one that I really haven't used very much, so I can't say much about it. It is one that's more of like a neutral mauve toned shade. Oh, and it does blend out really nice. I think I'm going to hold on to this too. Okay, then we get into the palettes. This is a new one to me from Ofra. It is the Miami Face Palette. It has 2 highlighters, 2 blushes, and 2 bronzers. And it has like a purple blush, which I'm terrified of because, I don't know, purple in me, but I do want to try it. I'm keeping this from NARS. This is the Orgasm Infatuation Cheek Palette. So it's got Laguna, Orgasm Blush, and Orgasm Highlighter. I'm going to finally pass this along. It is getting older and I just don't ever grab for it. I've been holding on to it just for the packaging alone, but I can't keep doing that. It's a new year. Let's start fresh. From Ciate, the Miss Piggy Collection Face Palette. These are like a cream. It almost feels like a cream to powder. I think I'm gonna hold on to this. This one really calls my name. This one here reminds me a lot of the NARS Orgasm. It's got the same pink, the same gold reflect and everything. Honestly, I've only ever swatched this. I've never put it on my face, so I'm gonna hold on to it. From Smashbox, I had the original one. This one is the Ablaze. I did declutter the original one a long time ago. It was more pink toned. This one's more on the warm orangey toned kind of spectrum. So I'm gonna hold on to that as well. From Huda Beauty, the Summer Highlight Palette. I'm going to finally declutter this. I have other products in my collection that kind of have the shift of the color to them, but I'm never going to use any of these shades. Maybe this pink one, but even that, I'll never use them. I have never used them. It's time to say goodbye. And if you have been around my channel for a while, you will know that the Tarte Park Ave Princess, this bronzer palette has been my favorite for years. I have rebought this. This is my second one. I mean, this thing lasts forever, especially when you review makeup and you try so many other things. This is the second one that I've bought, but I just recently started diving back into this. I mean, these for under the eyes. It's got the yellow tone, the peach tone. It's got the warm shimmer bronzer, the cool tone matte bronzer, and then the more kind of darker, deeper shimmer bronzer. And it smells like chocolate. Keeping that. I am keeping all of this, and I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Getting rid of 10. That's not too bad. We are into highlighters now. This one is going to be a tough one for me. I have a certain love for highlighters. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to part with too many. We'll start with this one. Pixie. It is beautiful. If you want a stunning highlight, I mean, these for the price, I mean, just look at the glow. But because I have so many, I'm gonna pass this one along. MAC. This is, I think, one of the very first MAC products I ever bought years and years ago. What is this? This is the Double Gleam Extra Dimensional Highlighter. It's not my color. It looks too white on me. I hate to do it, but I'm finally going to get rid of it. The Resi by Anastasia. Keeping that. Charlotte Tilbury. This is definitely being kept. You can hear my weird ass kids in the background. Both of these from Dior I'm keeping. We have two different Ofra ones. This is Rodeo Drive, and we all know what that looks like. And this one is the Star Island. I think I'm keeping both of those because it's Ofra. Gerard Cosmetics. I used to be on their PR list. I did declutter one already. I have these two left. This one is Marilyn. I have a lot very similar to that. What does this one look like? What is this? Grace? Grace is the lighter one. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to put this in a maybe pile, and I'm going to keep Marilyn. I'm We'll put Grace in a maybe pile. Okay, we've got these two here. This one is from The Villains, and I'm probably going to keep this just for the packaging alone. I mean, come on. It is Maleficent. And this highlighter, I mean, look at that. I'm keeping that. From Juvia's Place, this one's pretty similar, actually. Let me swatch that right beside. Look at the shine you get from that Juvia's. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one too. Catrice. This is a beautiful highlighter. If you're looking for a highlighter on a budget, look at that. That gives you the same vibes that Juvia's Place one did. But I'm gonna pass on along. ColourPop in Lunch Money. Oh, it is still just buttery. I would like to use this one more because I think it is one, the color of it, it is one that I should use. I have both of these from Too Faced. They're both in Diamond Fire, but because when Too Faced made these, they made them in a way that every highlighter is different. So even though they look identical, when you actually swatch them, they're gonna look the same on my fingers, but watch this. When you swatch this one, and then you swatch this one, the top one is more yellow-green, the bottom one is more blue-violet. I don't really wear a lot of cool toned highlighters, but on the odd occasion where I do have a cool tone look, I'm gonna keep both of those. Some little UFO guys from Becca Cosmetics. We all remember these. So I have Opal, Vanilla Quartz, and Moonstone. Opal I'm going to keep. Vanilla Quartz is too light for me. It just swatches in like such a beautiful peachy toned. I gotta get rid of one. I'm going to get rid of this one, Moonstone, and I'm going to keep Vanilla Quartz. Okay, that one goes there, that one goes there. And then for the bigger size, we have Champagne Pop, which isn't going anywhere. And then the Spanish Rose Glow. I need to repress my Champagne Pop. So this one is beautiful. It has an amazing embellishment on it. I do believe it's like a woman with her sleeves up like a Spanish dancer. It is really pretty, but it's a pink toned highlighter, which I just don't wear. So I'm going to finally pass along that. Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Pillow Talk highlighter. Mine, even just opening it, you can see it got demolished in my move. I am going to repress this and keep it. From Too Faced, we have the Turn Up the Light palette, Glow, Soft Focus, and Dazzle. So you have more of like a finishing powder, which is this middle one. Then you have your subtle highlight, and then you have Dazzle, which like amps up that highlight. From Fenty Beauty, we have 4. We're going to start with Metal Moon, which is a very white, icy highlight. This is one that I never use, even though it's so pretty. Some of these I just want to keep just for like the collection aspect of things. We have this gold one, which I would never use as a highlight, but on the eyes, it is stunning. And then we have the Kilowatt Foil in Sandcastle and Mint. It's one of the split ones. So you have like this blue and then this bronzy. Do I keep them or do I get rid of them? Oh, I have to keep them. And then we all know the Diamond Glow from Fenty Beauty. This came out years ago and some people really loved it. Some people really hated it. It has kind of like a balm consistency to it, and it is very sparkly. You can see the sparkle that's in it. Sometimes I will use this on the eye. I've never actually used this as a face highlighter because of the sparkle, but I do really love it on the eyes. So for that reason, I'm going to keep it. You know, I have to get rid of something. So from the Fenty Beauty group, I am going to get rid of the Trophy Wife, which is the very gold one. That's going to go over that side. Prosecco Pop. Here's another Becca highlighter. This one, I'm going to get rid of Prosecco Pop. It's just not one that I use. From Anastasia Beverly Hills, we have Vegas in the loose highlighter. Look at the sparkle on that lid. It is beautiful. I don't use it though. Look at the shine though. It is very pretty. But it's time that someone else get some joy. From Pure, we have the Bronze and Brighten palette. This blush and this highlight. Okay, this is more of like a blush topper. It has, look at the intensity of that color, but look at the shine. So I don't really use blushes that are really shiny. That highlight is blinding. And this bronzer, I mean, those shades are extremely beautiful, but I don't ever grab for it. So away she goes. From Girlactic, this is the Skin Glow Moonlight. It is one of the duo. It is both creams. They're beautiful. I'm keeping that. Kat Von D, this is in Thunderstruck. This is another one that I need to fix and repress. But this has been a favorite highlighter of mine for so long. It has such a unique shift to it. It's got the peachy, pinky, gold beautifulness. ColourPop Cosmetics, we have the Soul in Platinum. This highlighter is humongous, and I always have issues opening it. I mean, look at the size of this highlighter. This is my finger. It's huge. It is very pretty, but I need to get rid of it because it's just sitting going to waste. And I have so many other highlighters that do the same look. Pat McGrath. This is the Bridgerton. This is like the more silvery highlighter. I'm keeping that only because it's Pat McGrath, even though I don't use it often. From Jaclyn Hill, we have Mesmerized. I'm keeping this because it is like a peachy toned highlighter, which works for my skin tone. From Laura Mercier, we have the Highlight 01. This is her baked highlight formula. And even though I don't use it often, every time I do use it, I get so many compliments on my skin. So that's staying. From Kat Von D, we have the Alchemist palette. We have the original Alchemist palette, and then we have the one that came out after, the little mini. I keep these because my name's Amanda. It's got giant holographic A's on them. They really are stunning. So again, I have this guy right here, which needs to be repressed because he's a little crumbly and falling out. I'll just push him back right into the pan there. It is such a soft powder that it breaks very easily. But the shift that these have are very beautiful. And then we have the little guy that came out after. And this is, what is this? Teal Aqua Marine. This one looks a lot more glittery than the other palette. And it is a little bit more chunky. But the color, I don't know. I'm keeping it simply because of the A. We're getting down there. From Rare Beauty, we have the liquid highlighter in Mesmerized. This is staying. I don't have a lot of pink toned highlighters. And this one is really pretty. I have so many highlighters on my hand I've been trying to wipe off now. It's just all shiny, but that's not going anywhere. Neither is the Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't use this very often, but it is the perfect champagne colored highlighter. There it is right there. It's so creamy and buttery. It's the perfect champagne shade. Last but not least, we have the Diamond Glow Powder in Illuminati from Artist Couture. This is a loose powder. If I use this, it's usually on my eyes, but I think I could use it as a highlighter too. Oh, just look at that. It's not going anywhere. Alright, so like I said, I knew I wasn't going to get rid of too many highlighters, but we are getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are getting rid of 11. That's pretty good. Okay, you guys, I think we're done for today. We have made it through skincare, primers, powders, setting sprays, bronzers, blush, and highlighters. We have made it through 7 categories. This video is by far long enough. We're going to end it here. In my next round, we're going to do eyeshadow palettes. We're going to end this one here though. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy videos like this, please leave me a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please hit the box below. I will answer, I will respond. So great to be back, and until next time, I hope you all have a fabulous night.